guys, here we are. We are here to continue the early access to the secret world. Earlier I showed you just the first two missions, I believe, and here we will continue where we left off, basically. I should record a little bit longer than last time. Last time it was about 35 minutes. This time it should be quite significantly longer. Here you can see the character selection screen. You can see the settings here. Let's give a brief run over here of how this operates here. You just have, you have your audio options. You control all the audio here. See, I turn it down just a little bit. Here's the video settings for, the graphics. Currently I'm running on Ultra right here, but you can see it's right here. These are all to the max, just like it was before. Here the interface. Some options you can control, some you can't. I'm not really sure if it's just because they aren't really implemented yet or what. I don't really mind. It's just kind of whatever. And, you have your controls. You can see. You can also change them by just clicking on them and then choosing what you want. As let us know they don't conflict with each other. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in. I've got my character ready, so let's jump right back in. Quick notice here, I don't know if anyone's made a comment yet, but the reason you don't see my cursor, my mouse, is because I have it disabled in my recording software, so you don't see it. Mainly because I find that annoying when watching a video game review and or videos, so I just have it turned off. So, if there is a mouse, you can use the mouse while playing. I don't. And those that might be wondering my computer's specs, I will post them in the comments, or not the comments, but in the description below for this video, just so that clears that up. Believe that we left off either right in the middle or right at the end of the first little tutorial mission, I think is what it was. The tutorial and every aspect of the game is still, being developed. Nothing's final yet. So just keep that in mind. That stuff will probably be different in the final version, or not the final version, but the launch version of the game. So, try not to judge too harsh, I guess. So yeah, let's jump right in here. It's loading a little slowly today, which is fine. I mean, it's the weekend, it's Mother's Day actually, so yeah. At least I'm recording this on Mother's Day. Whether or not I upload it then, a whole different story. So let's see, we are in London now. By the way, here's that weird old guy again. Ground zero. Let's see, I just gotta move around, just kind of come to my senses here. So I gotta move around a bit. I guess, actually, I gotta go this way. I don't know if I talked about it before, but that's awkward. I guess he's just resting. But at the top we have the compass, north, west, south, east. I just don't know which way you're going. Here's the map, move it around, whatever. This shows your connection to the server. you know, how good it is. Time, I'm not sure what time it runs on exactly. I can't remember conversion right now off the top of my head. But yeah, let's just get to where we're supposed to go. Got circus. It's a little laggy here. There we go. So I'm just supposed to follow the road to the Templar Square, apparently. There's goals, which I guess is I guess like little checkpoints, basically. Also, there's these little yellow bits here that you just click on them, you inspect them. You know, I think I did it before. It just gives you a little bit of information or whatever. They can be found just all over the place. Let's just walk up in here and check out our headquarters. This is the Templars' headquarters, basically. So you'll probably be here quite a bit. Here we go.
Come in. Come in. I'm very pleased you can follow directions on the back of a card. It is the basis for us getting along famously. Of course, with an establishment like this, we're practically in the yellow pages under Crusaders. Richard Sonak. So, you heeded our call to arms. You have questions, I can furnish you with answers. Some answers. To begin with, you haven't strayed into some atrocious Dan Brown airport paperback. We are not the Knights Templar. That particular appellation went out in the 1300s along with page boy haircuts and burnings at the stake. No, we run a 21st century, well, let's say a forward-facing organization, but one with its strength in ancient bonds of tradition, in loyalty, in blood, and, to be perfectly frank, in a sizable private army. Our firm guidance is needed to save the world from itself. We have kept the matters of squabbling secret societies and loathsome dimensions discreet, until the shadows began to peel back across the globe, until these darkest of days came upon us. Now, the evidence is on television, for pity's sake. We are at war. Might will make right, and it will fall upon us to judge the correct application of might. It falls upon you, as a soldier of the Templars.
Rhymes a lot.
Show me that you have the will, and we can teach you the way. Your remarkable powers can be honed and controlled, at least to less disastrous effect on property values. There is a private training area which we have reinforced for just that purpose. I'll join you presently.
Alright, I'm actually going to turn up the volume a bit. Probably right there. So I'm not too sure if you guys can hear it too well. I can sort of hear it just fine. But just thinking of you guys. Let's just go ahead and fix that right now. Alright. And we're supposed to enter the Crucible. Alright.
What can I do for you? Do not go gentle.
Do not go gently into the night, right? Using... Go down to the Crucible, yes I do. First loading screen. Or what I would classify as a loading screen anyway.
Christ almighty, We've got our work cut out for us. The Crucible is my house, and in my house, my word is law. Forget your mother's teat. From now on, this is your home. This is where you learn to stay alive. You've come here an empty slate. You have potential, that's why you were recruited, but that potential needs strict guidance. You're a loaded weapon, and if you don't learn to control yourself and channel your powers, you'll end up hurting yourself or others. You have the ability to manifest anima, your life force in the physical world, to enhance your strength, your physical attributes, to do magic. Martial magic, none of that fairy stuff. Whatever trinket you hold in your hand is merely a way to direct your powers. We don't do magic wands here. Through your weapon, you channel and wield your magic. And never mind why this power has been awakened in you. You're not the only one, and you're not the chosen one. You're part of an army. Our army. And from now on, you'll do what you're told. It's the way of the Templars. Consider this your playground. It's not like being out in the front lines, but is close enough. We have a choice of weapons for you to practice with. Try as many as you wish. When we're done, you get to pick one. You want to make sure you're comfortable with your weapon. It'll be the only thing between you and a trip to the graveyard. Those things are called Rakshasa, the basic hellhounds. We keep them chained. They used to make such a mess of the new recruits. Use them for target practice. Don't worry, they don't feel a thing, and they're unworthy of mercy. Spend your time in the Crucible well. There's no point rushing things. Out there, the demons aren't chained up, and you don't have me around to save your sorry ass. Go on, get started. I'll offer some guidance along the way.
Alright, I'm gonna try every single one of these out that I can. Let's try the knuckle spikes first. Alright. Sorry about my derp moments. They do happen. Yeah. Alright.
Ability points are used to purchase the abilities that determine how a character fights. The ability wheel can be opened by pushing N. Abilities come in two varieties, Active and passive. Actives are the abilities on the hotbar, which are activated during combat. Passives, once equipped, are not activated. Instead, they provide the player with a variety of effects, from modifying actives to cause additional damage, to providing the player with immunities and buffs. Each segment of the ability wheel contains 7 abilities. These abilities have an escalating cost from top to bottom. The cost of an ability is visible beneath the ability icon. The character's available ability points are displayed in the center of the wheel. Abilities must be purchased in order. Purchasing one ability will unlock the next ability in that cell for purchase. The ability at the end of any segment is known as an elite ability. Characters may only have one elite passive and one elite active equipped at any time. Once purchased, abilities can be equipped to the bottom left bar for actives or the bottom right bar for passives. Regardless of how many abilities a player owns, they are always restricted to 7 active and 7 passive at a time.
I guess we're done with those. Let's try the hammer. Let's use the blade, aka the katana. If I can grab it. There we go. Equip this stuff too. There we go. Yeah, katana. Alright. Interesting. Alright. So there's something a little bit more interesting. Assault rifle sounds good. Alright. About a range of 20-ish. An assault rifle. Shotgun, obviously you saw me use that before. Let's just go ahead and use it anyway, just for the sake of the tutorial or whatever. Alright, screw doing that. Let's see. It does have a very nice range. Obviously it doesn't really very effective unless you're way up here. And let's try the sniper rifle, I believe is what that is. But it doesn't look like I can try it. Bummer. Let's try these then. Blood focus. Not really sure what that is. Can't use it apparently. Use chaos focus. so we can't use the blood focus, because I would think the blood focus would be the Templar. Interesting. It's okay though. That's Illuminati. Not really much of a magic person. Here's a pistol. I can use that too. At a range of... Alright then. Let's see, as far as a weapon goes, I am definitely a sword person. So, let's just go with that. I just have to finish this again.
From now on, this is the most important room in the world for you. It's a place where you can try out all your newfound power without risk of hurting yourself.
Let's just go ahead and bring up this. See to look. Strike. Suppose weakness. P to P. Let's just go ahead and get that. Alright. Skill points. Alright, enemy attack classes you engage. Concealing. Sure, why not? And put what it damage to. Alright. So choose my weapon. I guess you guys didn't see that quite good enough. You can only choose a weapon right there. That's the only thing we get to choose, apparently. That will be your starting weapon. But, as you saw, I chose a sword. Mainly because, well, like I said, I just like swords. I like to get right up close. Obviously, I could have gone with a gun, shotgun might have been a little bit more practical to the situation, but I don't know. We'll see.
Hi there!
Hello.
Alright.
The time has come to discuss your upcoming excursion to the colonies. I'm afraid it's business, not pleasure. Recently, a small island community on the New England coast dropped off the map. You can disregard the tiresome government cover-ups. There are dark forces at play. Solomon Island is a rock with infamy. In the past, it was trafficked by the Illuminati before they joined the rush to New York. You should be aware that we have history with the Illuminati, acrimonious history. Of course, under the flag of truce, we have spat and made up, and now we are the closest of enemies. All smiles above the table and drawn knives beneath it. Illuminati are reckless and cannot be relied upon to clean up their own messes. We must find the root of whatever doom has come to Solomon Island. But let me stress that this is not a rescue operation. Should there be survivors, you cannot announce that you've been chosen to deliver anyone from evil. Joan of Arc did, and look where that got her. Our goal is the salvation of all mankind, not on a case-by-case basis. I understand that may stick in your throat, but, well, halos are fading all over town now that there is so much more at stake. Leave as soon as you can. The station master at Eldwick Underground will explain your travel arrangements. I'll be in touch.
Alrighty. Yes, sir. Let's take
Ask questions first, shoot
We
later.
need to go this way to get out. So far, I think most of these people are players running around. So it seems like there's quite a few beta players, which is really nice. I wasn't sure how many there'd be. I knew there'd be over 1,000, but I wasn't too sure how close-knit everybody would be together. So it seems like everybody's still pretty close by. Yeah. I believe where you're supposed to go is probably that portal that I saw before. There we go. Agartha. Interesting name. That is a very interesting looking whatever the hell it is. Well then.
Hello? Yes? Now this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1/4 the hour. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveller. Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm, like the great British rail system, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Now, of course, it's perfectly safe. No one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now, you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the Hollow Earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what?
Alright then. Tree of Life, teleportation, whatnot. Gotcha.
Little Pip.
Very interesting. here we go, Kingsmouth. So yeah, let's start here where we're supposed to be. Kingsmouth. Looks like a zombie movie picture right there. But no zombies. Not sure if we get to check out the PvP yet. I'll probably suck at it at first. But if we do, definitely make sure I try it. Oh, now I see the sign. Kingsmouth dead. That's never a good sign. I'm not from the UK, I've never been, but I'm pretty sure this probably doesn't look the way it's supposed to.
Don't worry, kid. You haven't gone back in time. I just happen to be the last of the cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here. Mesquite beans, Texas style. Good ought to face evil on a full stomach. Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter. You and I need to have a powwow before you continue your little crusade. You Templars may be taking the high road, but just watch you don't get saddle rash from the high horse, okay? Sure, you can be divided in purpose, but we gotta stand united against darkness. This ain't my first rodeo. I know we're gonna need all the unity we can get.
Guessing he's Illuminati.
Don't mean to say you stepped into hell, but when the wind blows west, you can just about smell the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with them. And if I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of survivors holed up in Kingsmouth town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here, you find out what those people died for, and you bring a reckoning.
Sounds good to me. Harvest Festival? Well, I guess there are zombies. Alright, let's just go ahead and accept that too.
Yeah, this forest crawls. Gets my fingers itching for two matters. One, the other, figuring out a way to keep them down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be. But nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop, and I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse. So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man.
Well, that works. Kill some zombies. Alright. Kill some zombies. Alright, well that's 3. Come here, zombie. It's always good to have a nice little zombie. Oh shit. What's nice teamwork. There we go. Alright. Well, mission completed. Alright then. Let's just go turn that mission in, I guess. Okay, jump on cars, trigger alarms. I guess I'll try this one then. Put gas cans control into the fire. My question is, where's the gas cans? just need to self-heal up again, and I can try that one more time. Because fire hurts. Remember. Remember that. Alright, let's try that one more time here. Sorry about that, guys. Not really sure why so much longer. Guessing I lagged because I hadn't been here before. And I'm ready, I can join PvP battlefields. Nice. So looks like I may just be able to test that out. Sheriff's office, huh?
Good to see you. Come back and see me sometime.
Oh, cutscene. Just trying to get to the ammo box.
Heck if I know where you folks keep coming from. But anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. If something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first. More out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours. Now it ain't. There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in. Most folks didn't stand a chance. Now, I can see you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows if there was ever a time and a place for the right to bear 'em, you're looking at it. Henry has his word of God, that Roger woman has her crystal ball, and Norma out on the point's got a 12 gauge. My money's on Norma. Well, hey! We'll still be here.
Oh, ammo box is up there. Go ahead and do that.
Sure is good to see someone living. Stay safe.
Fog hit.
Well, hey! Don't make me have to file another missing persons report, okay?
Huh. Let's try this, see what this does. Alright then.
We'll still be here, keeping
Let's just
Kingsmouth
go
on the map.
ahead and grab all these.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes. That's a heck of a thing. 3 years without firing a shot, other than putting down some animal got itself hit by a truck. These past nights, we've gone through bullets like candy at Halloween. I used that jail cell to dry out old paperwork mostly, or Bill Dexter when he'd had a bad one. Now I've got all these folks good as locked in here, and no sleeping it off for the morning either. The way things are headed, I'm seeing us outlasting our supplies. Not by much, if it comes to that. Andy finds what he can, but with the cruisers stuck propping up the barricade... So I'm obliged to anyone who'll poke around town a piece. Bring in the essentials. We can call it requisitioning. I don't think the store owners will be writing this one off as an act of God.
Suppose that's true.
Well, I don't mind telling you, this makes no damn sense to me. And I hate to be the one drawing a blank on Final Jeopardy. But right now, folks just need me to look like I got all the answers. The questions, they come later, along with the grieving. Then, after a little time, folks will lose their hankering for the questions. Fact is, a few of them in high places get downright evasive about it.
Not too sure what that alarm was.
If you're planning on striking out of town, Kingsmouth hospitality dictates I gotta set you right. And I need you to keep this on the down low. But there's worse out there than our undead problem. Worse than anything that shuffles along on 2 legs, that's for sure. I'm about as pleased as can be that I didn't catch a better look. Could be the kind of thing that gives a nightmare nightmares. Guess you could say I got lucky. Around the time this mess kicked off, I was up at the old lighthouse checking in on Sam Krieg, Maine's best-selling export. Oh, sure, we do that fancy book learning around these parts, too. Never much cared for horror stories or the man himself. Waving a rifle around in a dressing gown, juiced up, heck of a disturbance of the peace. Well, turns out that was the last of the piece. You sure you want to be talking to me about all this stuff? I mean, I'm probably flattered that you think I'm in on it all. Truth is, I'm always the last to be invited to the midnight meetings at Town Hall. Reckon I must be all thumbs when it comes to secret handshakes. Now you are we'll still be here, keeping Kingsmouth on the map.
Well, Lady Margaret was a traumatic experience for everyone on board. They were changed men when they came back. I visited with all of them in the days following their return.
Well, I've got a lot to do.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes. Now come back without a piece out of you.
Let's see. Which one's closest?
Namaste. There's nothing like the confines of a cubicle or a packed subway to give a man perspective. I was so caught up in the grind of office politics and the endless hunt for affirmation and money, I didn't realize I was getting sick. Friend, I was no more lithe than those things out there, and a sight less mobile. The disease that grew inside me was as black as theirs. Travel in the open country, you learn to be prepared for whatever the land throws your way. Faced with the elements, you gain a new appreciation and respect for nature. You come to accept how small and insignificant you truly are. Nature is neither good or evil, it just is. Living on the razor's edge of society, your eyes open up to the possibility that there's something more to this world. Something most people are too blind or too preoccupied to notice, even if it's right under their noses, and has been all along. Andy and Helen, Deputy Gardner, Sheriff Bannerman, they're the reason I stayed behind when I could have just gone. I know the secret roads. I know how to ride out of here, to places the fog can't touch.
That's useful.
I've spent the better part of 2 decades on the road, my friend. And I've learned that there's not a loose bolt these hands can't tighten, not a broken transmission they cannot fix. You give me a handful of nails and some wood, and I'll build you a house.
Alright.
Back in my old life, I always wondered what was around the corner I didn't take, down the road I didn't go. That's how I ended up here, up to my elbows in machine grease, rigging bombs. Relax, my friend. I got plenty of experience blowing shit up. I got a handle on death and the instruments thereof, and no desire to see the infinite darkness claim any of us quite yet. These mechanical servants of the Reaper will stay still and silent till I'm good and ready to push that button. Traveling the big country's taught me everything from bull riding to bonsai, enough to cause a man to lose his appetite for destruction. But circumstances require us to yield for the greater good, even when that greater good isn't all that pretty. Road here said I'd be pitching in with soft-shell lobsters. Said I found nightmare country, maybe the very rotten heartland of it. But I'm philosophizing. Life is sacred. Every moment is precious. Which brings us right back around to blowing up dead guys. I've got no shortage of time or ideas. What I'm lacking is the nuts and bolts of it. I could fill a shopping cart down Main Street, but getting out there and back, that's my friend. Goodbye, friend. Hello, my friend.
Pausing all these because I'm doing these active quests or whatever, which is, listed like this right here. It's a picture. I only have one of those going at a time. Just fine. Pausing them.
I wanted to be a police officer since as far back as I can think. I had a lot of time to myself growing up. I watched all the cop shows, again and again. The old shows. When a good cop was always a good cop. When you knew you could trust a badge, right? You knew before the half hour was up they'd get the guy. Out of the basement. Sure chokes me up seeing Main Street all done up in buntings and so empty. The kids love that Halloween parade, you know? Then they'd all bus on up Bangor, wait for the haunted hay rides, ever since our local amusement park closed down. They were troubles. It was before my time. Oh, I knew everyone in Kingsmouth. A safe community isn't a spectator sport. I memorized that one. And Sheriff Bannerman preferred to have me walking the beat, you know, while she handled house calls. That suited me just fine. You know, our folks were a good bunch. They only cause a ruckus when they've had too much of the, you know what. Jeez, you never saw anything like this in the cop shows. Well, maybe on cable, not the network ones. You wouldn't know it from looking out there, but before that wicked bad fog rolled in, Kingsmouth was a sleepy little burg. Nothing stronger on the streets than a hot cup of coffee and chocolate-glazed donuts from Susie's. The occasional DUI or domestic disturbance. Human sacrifice. But every town has a dark side, right? We sure are getting a heaped help in the darkness now, eh? The Walking Dead and worse besides taking over our town. Us survivors hold up in here, hoping it's all just a bad dream and we'll wake up to the smell of bacon and maple syrup. But unless someone ups and does something, and soon, all we're gonna wake up to is the smell of rotten flesh. And I don't need another thing to remind me of my dad. Halloween does bring back the memories, eh?
Disturbing.
Come back and see me sometime.
So I've got to go down there and just kill shit. I'm alright with that. Bring it on. Easy kill there. Whatever. With me and my sword. It just doesn't work out. Alright. Where is this page 2? Page 2. Where are you? I do not know where this page is. There's a page. Where would it be? Well. So let's see if I can find this page again. zombies, and that's about it. Page has gotta be somewhere around here, though. I guess I'll have to come back and find that one some other time. do, hate it, but I do like. Squids, huh? Savvy firefighter. This guy needed help. I guess this is what it looks like when you die. I guess I might as well just leave us off there and continue later. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll let it load here so you can see what happens when you die. It looks like just kind of spawn at one of those orange orby little places. Kind of like, maybe it's just go to my body. Oh, that is a bummer, but I did not know there's that many goddamn firefighter zombies. Note to self. Zombie firefighters are tough motherfuckers. I don't really notice any bad things about dying, other than the fact that you have to run all the way back to your body. That kinda sucks. feeling that zombie in a nutshell. People aren't picking up their loot. How awful. Actually, I think I'll just go ahead and finish this quest here, and then I'll end it for now and continue it a bit later today. So yeah, let me find this next person real quick. I think that was probably the harder one. Not seeing this one anywhere. Looks like she's just dead. Finally, one that's not a zombie. Looks like it's daytime now, so at night. That's nice that it's actually kind of a persistence here. Of course, zombies are, you know, everywhere. Area of effect. Gotta love that kind of damage. It's a pirate house. Particularly ugly looking.
My child, Kingsmouth Congregational is always open these days. Especially now my flock is considerably reduced. But even if we had holy water, I'm afraid it would have run dry by now.
No good.
This is no Armageddon. I hope you're not disappointed. The Mayans might have blocked it in on their calendars, but we have enough of heaven and earth illuminated to us to know better. God bless the internet. Knowledge is power, especially with Google on your side.
Oh, wow.
Look at the churchyard there, chewed up like Susie's clam chowder. I've been keeping a head count, blessings to re-administer, plots to be returfed, other unfortunate logistical problems.
I like that guy. That's pretty funny stuff. Let's see what this is.
There's a book of secrets, an illuminated manuscript waiting for those who would read between the lines. I've seen it spelled out, the hidden truth of this blighted Garden of Eden. For are we not seekers of knowledge, you and I? Even a man of God can have his eyes open to further enlightenment and illumination. To be illuminated under the eye. The pyramid? The Illuminati. I'm with the Illuminati. I don't have a badge or anything like that. I'm what you might call a hobbyist member. But I earned it. I did extensive research on the net. The code words I followed led me to forums. Secret forums. Forums that don't show up on Google. And I'm an avid poster. A valued poster. I know there are paths in Kingsmouth not on any map. The work of the Illuminati is everywhere. A secret gospel, chapter and verse throughout the town. Signs and formulae. That's why you're here, isn't it? Now, my work is not exhaustive. There are elements of our grand plan I may have overlooked. Tiny details still left unexplored. I trust we have each other's disclosure.
That's interesting. Well, I think I will leave it there. Anyway, I will continue this journey later, and I will pick it up, finishing off that mission of finding the survivors and everything. This one right here, missing persons. Or actually, yeah, I'll finish it off there. Thanks for watching. You know, comment, like, share, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll see you guys for the next part. See you later.